Hi lovelies, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how I drafted this palazzo pant you are seeing right here on your screen. So if this is what you're interested in, kindly watch to the end and also subscribe to my channel, give a thumbs up and drop a comment. So from my starting line, I'm going to mark my crotch depth. My crotch depth is 11.5. So I added 1 inch, which is 12.5. If you notice, I did not minus anything. I started from the starting line. Then I marked 11.5 plus 1, that is 12.5. That is my crotch depth. And I'm going to mark my hip 9 inches because this is going to be a high waist. Okay, this is going to be a high waist, so my hip, I marked 9 inches for my hip. Now this palazzo pant is going to come with 2 inches band, so including the 2 inches band plus the 12.5, I'm going to have in total 14.5. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Just watch what I'm doing. Okay, so after connecting the lines together, I went ahead to label them. Then I'm going to mark my thigh length, and my thigh length is 3 inches from my crotch depth. Okay, once you've measured your crotch depth, you just mark 3 inches, then that is going to be your thigh length. Okay, then I'm going to mark my knee length also. My knee length is 20 inches. Okay, then my full length is going to be 40 inches. Although for this kind of pants we don't really need the knee measurement because it's a palazzo pants. So after marking those lines, then I went ahead to connect them together. Next I went ahead to mark out my full length, which is 40 inches. Okay, so this paper is not enough for me to mark out the hem line. By the time I cut it on fabric, I'm going to add extra 2 inches for the hem line, but now it's currently on 40 inches. Then after marking it, I'm going to connect the lines together. Next thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to input my vertical measurement. Okay, and my hip divided by 4 is my hip is 45, divided by 4 is 11.25. So I added 0.25 is which making it 11.5 plus half inch sewing allowance. Okay, making it 12 inches. So I marked 12 inches for the hip line. Then now extend that same measurement also to the waist. Okay, I'm going to mark 12 inches for the waist. After marking it, then I connected the lines together. I will also extend the 12 inches also to my crotch line also. Now I'm going to mark 12 inches on my crotch line. Also I'm going to connect the lines from my waist down to my crotch line. Now to get my crotch extension, what I do is I divide my thigh by 2. My thigh is 29 divided by 2, giving me 14.5. Okay, so I'm going to mark 14.5. Then I'm now going to draw out my crotch curves. All right, or you can simply divide your hip by 16. Whatever you get, you mark it as your crotch extension. So using my thigh divided by 2 method to get my crotch extension, in total I got 3 inches for my crotch extension. Right now, if I'm to divide my hip divided by 16, that is 45 divided by 16, I'll be getting 2.8125 or so. Then I'm going to still approximate it to 3 inches. You can see that it still works, so you can do what really works for you, but for me, my thigh divided by 2 really works for me. Next, I'm going to impute my thigh measurements. Okay, so my thigh is 29 divided by 2, 14.5 plus 0.5 inch allowance for sewing, making it 15 inches. Okay, then I'm going to divide it by 2 just to get the midpoint. Then I'm going to take the midpoint down to my to my knee, and also to the full length. I'm going to mark the midpoint, even though I don't really need the knee measurements in this palazzo pants, but just for tutorial sake, right? So I'm going to take it down to the full length. After having done that, I'm going to connect the lines together. I'm going to draw a straight line, just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. I'm going to draw a straight line. Now, having done that, I'm going to move to my waist. My waist is 36, so 36 divided by 4 is 9 inches, but I'm not going to be imputing 9 inches, okay, because it's going to be an elastic waistband. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in by 1.5 inch. You may decide to come in by 1 inch, by 2 inch, but I decided to come in by 1.5 inch. So the reason why I'm doing this is just to give it shape, okay, just to make it snatched on my waist, just to give it shape. That's the reason why I'm doing this. But you may decide not to do anything, because since it's an elastic waistband, you may decide not to do anything, okay, but I just want to come in by 1.5 inch. Now, since my crotch extension is 15 inches, I will also mark out 15 inches on my full length. Then I'm going to come in by 2 inches in my center front and my side front. Also, I'm going to come in by 2 inches. You may decide to come in by 1 inches and 1 inches from this side and 1 inches from the other side, or 2 inches from this side or 2 inches from, or you may, since this is not a wide leg palazzo, okay, it's just a free palazzo pants. So just like what you are seeing in the video, I'm now going to connect the lines together, okay, just like so. Just watch what I'm doing. Next, on my waistline where my crotch is located, I'm going to come in by 1 inch, okay. I'm going to come in by 1. This process is just to remove any bulge that may be around the tummy, right? I'm going to come in by 1 inch, and I'm going to connect that line to the side of my waist, okay, to the side, right? That's what I'm going to do now, just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. So now we have successfully drafted the front pattern of our palazzo pants. So what I'm doing next now is just to cut off all the excess, the ones I don't need anymore. Then we are going to draft the back. So for my back pattern, I came up by 2 inches, right? So after coming up by 2 inches, then for the crotch extension for my back, I will come down by ½ inch. Why I'm doing this is so that the bum can sit comfortably in the pants, right? Then I'm going to still extend my crotch extension with 3 inches, right? Just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. And always make sure that your back pattern is higher than your front pattern, okay, by either 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch, depending on how big your bum is. So after coming out by 3 inches, I came up by 2.5, then 2 inches, and I extended the 2 inches down to the waist, just like so. Once I was done with that, I'm going to now connect it with my ruler from that point I came up by 2 inches on my waist. I'm going to connect it to the side, okay, just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. I'll connect it to the side of my front pattern, where my front pattern is. I'm going to connect the line just like so. Then I'm going to now connect the lines of my crotch of my crotch for the back pattern. Once I'm done connecting the lines, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to now draw a curve, my crotch curve, for the back pattern, just like what you are seeing in the video. Please watch the video, okay, closely, so that you can understand what I'm saying. Now that is done, on my thigh I'm going to come out by 2.5 inch on my thigh. Then for the knee I'm going to come out by 2 inches. Then from that I'll come out by 2 inches down to the full length. I'm going to come out by 2 inches down to the full, even on the full length I'm coming out by 2 inches. So once I'm done with that, I will now connect the lines together. So here I was just extending my front full length to the back, okay, so that I can mark out my measurements. Having done that, the next thing I'm going to do now is for me to connect the lines together, my back part and the line, just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. Now we have successfully drafted our back pattern for the palazzo pants. So next we are about to do now is just to cut off all the excesses. So remember the 1 inch we came down in our front pattern. Now I'm going to cut it out, okay, just like so, just like what you are seeing in the video. Okay, so now we have successfully drafted our front and our back pattern of our palazzo pants. Okay, if you find this video helpful, please like, share, comment on my on the video. Please subscribe to my channel. Please guys, subscribe to my channel, okay, help my ministry, subscribe to my channel, help me grow this my channel, okay. Thank you very much for watching. Also stay tuned for more beginner friendly fashion tutorials just like this. Thank you for watching.